Okay, so welcome to the Indiana Association for College Admissions Counseling. Just a few things before we get started. You can use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time throughout this 45-minute session. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. So it is so important that if you do have a question, to use the Q&A button at the bottom of the screen. This presentation is recorded and you will have access to it. It's available within a week at strivescan.com/Indiana. I'm going to turn it over to our presenters, and the first up is going to be Grace College.
Perfect. Thank you. My name is Kiana, and I am part of the admissions staff here at Grace College. We're located in Winona Lake, Indiana. So I'm going to share with you a few things that I believe set Grace apart. So the first one I'm going to talk about is our academics. So here at Grace, we have around 1,200 students in total on campus, which breaks down to about a 24-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So you have the opportunity to learn in a very personalized environment. We offer over 90 different majors and minors. Some of these majors include business, education, the arts and sciences, nursing, engineering, just to name a few. So our professors and faculty members truly care about your success as a student here at Grace, and it is evident in all of our programs. All of our students are equipped with career readiness skills through their time at Grace, and some of these opportunities may be developed through internships, observation hours, or student teaching. So each student here at Grace has their own academic advisor, and this is a professor within their major that they are meeting with at least once a semester, if not more, to help plan out their classes, build their resume, and then also find career opportunities after graduation. So you truly do have people all alongside you during your time here at Grace to help you learn and grow. A huge perk for our academics here at Grace is that we offer an accelerated bachelor's degree. So this is where students can actually receive their bachelor's degree in 3 years rather than the traditional 4 years. On top of that, we offer a blended program to where our students can receive their bachelor's and master's degree in 4 years total, which traditionally this can take up to 6 years, but the way that Grace has set it up, a student truly can do that whole setup in 4 years total. Close to 40% of our students are currently on one of those accelerated degree options. So it is a really good blend of students who are on the accelerated or not accelerated pace at Grace. Another huge highlight is our community. So our community is so much fun to be a part of, and we offer a lot to do in our area. We're located in a beautiful little lake town called Winona Lake, Indiana, and it's only from campus, it's only a few minute walk to different shops, restaurants. We have walking, biking, and hiking trails all throughout campus and then through the Winona Lake area as well. Throughout the school year, you'll find students studying down by the lake, doing devotion times, or using one of the other amenities in the Winona Lake area. We offer a lot of different campus events, such as intramurals, service opportunities, study breaks, pop-up events. So they're a lot of fun to be a part of as a student, and there's plenty to do on campus. Chapel is another big part of our campus culture, and campus is where our entire campus body comes together, and we go to chapel 3 times a week to worship, learn, and grow with classmates, hallmates. You'll see your professors and other staff members there as well. So from chapel to student involvement, faith integration is really what we do at the heart of Grace. You're going to have faith in biblical integration in all of your classes, and all of our students are required to take 4 core biblical classes as well. So as a student, you will really have the opportunity to not only grow academically, but personally and spiritually as well. And you'll build relationships and friendships that'll grow as a community and carry on past college. Our Grace students also have the opportunity to travel the world through our Go Encounter trips. These are awesome opportunities. Our students essentially get the opportunity to choose where they'd like to go and when they'd like to do this trip, but it is a requirement for our students to get out of the comfort zone a little bit, and go encounter a different culture through our Go Encounter trips. We know that cost of college can be very overwhelming. So Grace does not want cost to be a reason why a student would be unable to attend. So we really tried to put in some steps along the way to help cut down the college costs. So some of these steps include, we have locked tuition. So what that means is you come in your freshman year, your tuition will stay exactly the same each year you come to Grace. And at first, you're like, okay, that sounds cool. But truly, once you hit your senior year, you are saving a good chunk of change. The other great thing we offer is a flat fee textbook rental. This is pretty unique. So we have a $250 textbook fee for the whole year, but then we actually offer textbooks to all of our students. So really the cost of one book, but you get all of your books for the school year. We also offer tuition-free online summer courses. And this is a great opportunity, especially for our students who are interested in that accelerated program. You can really fit all your classes in and finish out at a much faster rate. And if you do the accelerated option, you are essentially saving yourself a whole year's worth of tuition, room, and board, because you're not here that fourth year, you're already done. So that's a huge money saving opportunity. So students can begin applying to Grace during the summer before their senior years when we encourage it. Applications are completely free. They only take about 5 minutes to complete, and you can find our online application on our website if you just go to grace.edu. And that's everything.
Thank you so much from Grace College. Next up, we have Huntington University.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Adriana Holtz. I'm one of our admissions counselors here at Huntington. We're located in Huntington, Indiana, which is about 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and go over with you guys some of the reasons I love Huntington. So, all right. Okay, so I graduated from Huntington University in 2019, so I'm not too far removed. And I loved Huntington for the simple fact that our motto is Christ, scholarship, and service. So I wanted to share with you guys what that means to us. So the first thing is Christ. Christ is the biggest thing that we are passionate about here at HU. It's intertwined in everything we do as a university. It's in your classes, it's in your clubs and your organizations and things like that. So we're a part of the United Brethren denomination. So we are the only college that is United Brethren left, and we are the headquarters for them. So if you're part of the United Brethren denomination, we do have scholarships for that, but we have over 20 denominations represented on campus. And I love the way that our spiritual atmosphere works here. I did not grow up going to church. And so when I came to campus, I was really looking to be poured into and continue what I had just found. And so we don't require our students to sign a statement of faith. And I think that allows us to have students from growing up in the church their whole life, students like me who were new to the faith, and students who don't believe or have never heard the gospel. So we have so many opportunities for students to get involved and really make their faith their own here at Huntington. We have chapel services every Tuesday and Thursday. We bring in guest speakers. We have floor worships that you can really grow with the people on your floor. And we have a ton of just events throughout the year. So like I said, we're not required to have our students sign a statement of faith, but our professors are. So you know your education is coming from our professors who have a strong spiritual atmosphere. So next up is scholarship. So we talked about how Christ is in all of our classes, and we have a very strong dedication also to our liberal arts degree here. So you'll be taking classes in your major, of course, but you'll also be taking classes outside of your major that really give you a well-rounded degree when you graduate. So you might find things that you're passionate about that you never knew. So we have over 90 majors and minors on campus, some of our biggest being nursing, education. We have a humongous digital media arts program for film and animation and broadcasting. And we also have an agriculture. So those are some of our biggest, but we offer a lot more. We have a 13-to-1 student faculty ratio, which is something I really loved about Huntington. I got to know my professors so well. They knew I was off, not because my grades were slipping, because they knew my personality, and they were always so intentional about checking in with me. So because we know our professors so well, we have a 98% job placement rate here at Huntington. So 6 months after your graduation, you are either working in your field of study or you are continuing education elsewhere. So our professors and our staff here, they do such a great job of making sure you're doing internships and that when you're ready to graduate, you have a job lined up. So amazing faculty here, guys. The last thing I wanted to talk about is our service. So we are very dedicated to serving our campus community, our community of Huntington County, and our community around the world. We have various different ways that you can go and study abroad or do mission trips. We send nursing students to Guatemala every year and Belize, and we go to Africa and all these different places to serve. So we send our students all across the world. We actually have 13,500 student volunteer hours every year. So it's a big thing that we make a very big advantage to our students to get to go out and experience the world. We also have 17 athletic teams here, from bowling to tennis to baseball. So if you're looking to continue your athletic career, this is a great place to do it. If you're not involved in a sport or you don't want to play competitively, we also have 70+ clubs and organizations. So if you're interested in dancing or singing or being in student government, there's so many things to get involved here at Huntington. So those are the 3 things we really love about Huntington: is Christ, scholarship, and service. So I would encourage you guys to visit campus. We do have in-person and virtual options for students. Where you can come tour campus, you can sit in on a class, meet with professor, and even attend chapel if that's something you're interested in. I would also encourage you to apply online. We are test optional, so we don't want that to hold anybody from applying. So would encourage you guys to do that and just check us out more. You can find your admissions counselor on our website and just start asking us some questions. So if you do have any questions, feel free to chat us, but would love to have you on campus and wish you the best of luck.
Right, thank you. Yes, students, you're welcome to use the Q&A at the bottom of the screen to ask any questions. Next up, we have the Hope College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Natalie Wegg, and I am representing Hope College. I just graduated last semester, so I'm a very recent grad, so I can give you a bit fresher of a student perspective. But here at Hope, we really pride ourselves in the transformative experience that you will have here, whether that be through your mind, your body, or your spirit. And so we really pride ourselves in our academics. We offer over 90 majors here at Hope College, and we are a liberal arts institution. So this means you'll take some gen eds in pretty much any area of study so that you get your feet wet in anything you might be interested, whether that be science or the arts or English. And that way you can come into college. Everyone comes in undecided for their first semester, regardless of if you know what you want to do or if you don't know what you want to do. And we do this so that you focus on transitioning into college smoothly, and you focus on growing yourself as an individual, and not have the added pressure of starting your major right away. In our academics, we have a 14-to-1 faculty ratio, and faculty here are extremely supportive of our students. We offer various research opportunities for our students in which they would work collaboratively with these faculty members. So during the summer and throughout the year, you can actually get paid or get hours through research opportunities. And we are actually tied with Cornell, as our undergraduate research program has been strengthened over the years. So that's something we really pride ourselves in right now. Furthermore, I said you can be transformed through your body. And what I mean in that way is that we really focus you on your experience as a body of a community. And so we really focus on our traditions here at Hope. So one fun tradition that we have is called the pull, which is essentially a giant tug of war between the freshmen and the sophomores. And they use a 600-foot rope, and they go on either sides of a river, and they struggle for 3 hours to see which class is the strongest. And this might seem like a silly tradition, but it's something that we've been doing for over 120 years. And this is something that really ties us together as a community. Furthermore, we're really intertwined with the Holland community. We are located in Holland, Michigan, which is located on Lake Michigan. So we have beach access, which is something that's really unique here in Holland. And so the students here can get involved in their community in various ways, whether that's through business opportunities. If you're involved in the business department, you actually get linked up with a small business here in Holland, and you learn the inner workings of small business here in the little town we have here. And then also we focus a lot on intramurals and sports. We are D3, so we allow our students to pursue something that they're interested in outside of the classroom and something that grows them in a healthy way as well. Furthermore, something that's really unique to us is that we are really faith-based in our values. And so students come here and they come to pursue themselves spiritually, and we never impose a certain view on our students. Chapel is not required, but it is offered Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week. And we also have an evening service on Sundays called The Gathering. And at every single one of these services, all 1,500 seats of our chapel is filled to the brim. So whenever you see a student here, you know that it's because they want to be in chapel and they want to be pursuing their faith in a way that's comfortable to them. Outside of chapel, we do offer our campus ministries building, where you can go and you can pursue small groups. You can get involved in young life opportunities. We have Bible studies that are about 6 to 10 people each. So it's kind of an intimate group in which you can grow yourself spiritually as well. For this year, we have frozen our tuition rates, and we are test optional because we know how difficult it's been over the years. And then for our applications, we have 2 applications. We go through the Common App and through the Hope app. And anytime a student applies to Hope, they are automatically considered for merit-based scholarships. We are on a rolling base admissions rate. So when you apply to us, we will let you know within a few weeks if you are admitted to Hope. And like I said, we are focused on that transformative experience. We're actually in a book called Colleges That Change Lives. And we really hope that you consider Hope as one of your options as you're looking through this college process. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you so much. Next up is Liberty University.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is John Travis. I'm an admissions representative with Liberty University. I graduated from Liberty in 2018 with my bachelor's of music. I met my wife at Liberty, so I do have a very personal connection to the university. I'm also from Lynchburg, Virginia, where Liberty is located, but enough about me. Let's talk about Liberty. It's one of the world's largest Christian universities, and we do have over 200 undergraduate degree programs housed by 15 different schools and colleges. What you're seeing now is a list of all the schools where you could study, and some programs that I do always enjoy highlighting are going to be our School of Aeronautics, Business, Education, and Nursing. And I really do believe that these are areas where we have some of the top programs in the country. Additionally, within these schools, we do offer programs like pre-law, pre-med, pre-PT, as well as pre-vet. Now, something that we do recognize that's important to students is feeling seen, heard, and understood. And our professors do really play a large part in that by offering 10 office hours where you can actually come in and ask professors questions and seek more guidance. And then to make sure you don't feel overwhelmed, and even through the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been able to maintain a 21-to-1 student to professor ratio in class with students wearing their masks and social distancing. And then in partnership with LU Send, we are able to offer study abroad opportunities. We also are a Division I school, 20 NCAA Division I sports, including football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, track and field, cross country. And then if your sport isn't offered at the Division I level, we do also offer 40+ club sports teams. And if you're looking just to have some fun and still stay competitive, we do offer 20+ intramural sports. And for more information on our sports, I would recommend visiting www.libertyflames.com. Now, food's very important to me and to our students as well. And as a result, Liberty has been rated #1 in the US for 2 years in a row recently. And aside from our main dining hall, the Reaver Thomas Dining Hall, we do offer some retail locations, including 4 Chick-fil-A's within a 5-mile radius of campus, 3 Dunkin' Donuts, 2 Starbucks on campus. We also have a Baskin Robbins Pizza, just to name a couple things. And then with housing in mind, we have been recently rated #9 in the US as a result of our 3 housing styles, which includes classic, dorm room style, so that long hallway, 2 to 3 people per room in a community bathroom. The apartment style, which resembles a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment with a washer and dryer, as well as a full kitchen unit. And then finally, a hotel style, which is like a 2-person hotel room with a private bathroom and controlled heating and air in each individual room. Additionally, at Liberty, we are represented by all 50 states and over 70 countries, so you're guaranteed to meet someone from somewhere that you've never been before. On campus, we want to make sure that you are having fun, and so first at the top left, we start with Snowflex, the year-round skiing, snowboarding, and tubing lodge. Then on the bottom left, we have Coffee House, which is a student talent show where students can do their favorite musical, comedy, or dance acts with really funny videos in between. We also do have Convocation. It's the largest weekly gathering of Christian young people in the world, and currently it is being held virtual. And we've had speakers like Simone Biles, Steph Curry, Steve Forbes, Sean Lowe from The Bachelor. And then we do have a workout facility with just about everything that you could really ask for. And so that's how we emphasize physical fitness and or wellness here at Liberty. Our admissions process really starts with you submitting your application. We are accepting applications from students up to, I believe, the fall 2023 application. So second semester sophomores, juniors, and seniors can apply. Now, for my students who are considering the fall 2021, we are going to be test optional, but anything beyond that is to be determined. We really don't have any hard admissions requirements, but we really try and get to know you as a student and take everything into consideration. So please submit everything that you have, whether it's resumes, cover letters, letters of recommendation, all your grades, any test scores. As a student at Liberty, we also want to make sure that you feel seen, you feel supported academically, mentally, spiritually, and with your future in mind. And so our College of Applied Studies and Academic Success will offer peer review tutoring services where you can go for additional assistance from upperclassmen. Then if you need additional time taking tests or you want to take a CLEP or an ICE exam, an institutional challenge exam, we have a testing center there as well. We then have our Career Center, which is there to offer cover letter as well as resume writing workshops, mock interviews, and then career-specific coaching and fairs to help prepare you for life after college and help you actually get the jobs that you want. And finally, with our Center for Health and Wellness, we emphasize your wellness by offering multiple wellness initiatives, including mental health as well as spiritual wellness through counseling services. When considering cost, Liberty is in the lower 25% of all private universities. Then to assist with fighting the cost of college, 96% of our students do receive some form of financial aid, including a need-based or merit-based scholarship grant, outside scholarships. And then one example of a merit-based scholarship that we do offer is called the Liberty Academic Scholarship, where students can qualify for $1,500 all the way up to full tuition academic scholarships by submitting their unweighted high school GPA and either their SAT or ACT super scores. And then we do also offer work study and student work opportunities, which is something else you can qualify for through your FAFSA. Please also take note, I'm going to pause here. There's another standardized testing option called the Classic Learning Test. We've seen it mostly in homeschool environments, but the Classic Learning Test is 100% virtual and some schools are accepting it. Liberty is one. We are currently holding classes and visits in person, so if you'd like to come and see campus, we do have a daily tour, Experience LU, which is a full day event where you can come and tour the campus, hear an admissions presentation, have lunch, and talk with the faculty and staff of our program. And College for a Weekend, this is another opportunity, but I would love for you to read more about it on our website, www.liberty.edu/. Visit us to read more about College for a Weekend, to see how we're currently handling our COVID-related guidelines, just because we still want to give you the opportunity to go to the classes, eat the food, see the dorms as much as we can. But this is my contact information. And if you'd like to claim an app waiver, you can text that number on the screen, 49596, using the letters JT, and the link will be sent directly to your phone. That's just the first step. You're filling out that application. It'll only take 3 to 4 minutes. I don't need your transcripts. I don't need your admissions essay at this time. First step is really submitting that application. And also through that, it is going to be free and non-committal. So you're not saying you're coming to Liberty, but you're saying you're definitely interested. So please feel free to email me and then drop any questions you have in our Q&A section below. But thank you guys so much for your time. Have a great night and go Flames.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Indiana Wesleyan University.
Yes, hello everyone. Thank you so much for having us. I'm just gonna share my screen here. All right, and so my name is Jenna. I am one of our first-time freshman counselors here at Indiana Wesleyan University. I do have Ellery with me, another one of our first-time freshman counselors. She'll be answering questions in the chat, and she'll also be sending a couple helpful links for you. So I decided that I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about one of the foundational beliefs something that's really important to us here at Indiana Wesleyan, and that is the belief that each and every single one of you has been uniquely created by God for a very specific purpose. And so I wanted to dive into a little bit how we support our students in answering the question of who is God calling you to be? What is he calling you to do? And how we do that here. So, alrighty. First, as I mentioned, we really believe very strongly that you have a unique purpose, that God has gifted you with a combination of unique strengths, passions, and life experiences that only you have. There is no one who is going to fill the same space in this world that you do. And so it's our goal to help our students as they're going through their college experience to learn about, what are those natural strengths that you have? How can we help to partner with you to continue growing in those? What are those passions that just the things that makes your heart come alive? And how does that partner well with the life experience that you've already had? And so there are a few different resources that I wanted to highlight specifically that help us to help our students in this way. And to answer the question of who has God called me to be, the first being the Exploratory Program. So we'll go over that. So the Exploratory Program is an intentional track for students who don't know yet what they want to major in, what they want to study, where they want to go with a career. Maybe you have, so many ideas you can't even count. There's so many things you're interested in, or maybe you have no idea. And so either way, this is an intentional track where students come in, they work with certified life coaches as their advisors, and they get to take one additional course called the Life Calling course. And in this course, they take a series of strengths assessments, personality assessments that help them to dive deeper into those things that we talked about, their strengths, their passions, their life experiences. I also like to point out that this program is an intentional track that does not extend a student's time in school. So students in the Exploratory Program are graduating within those 4 years or earlier a lot of times, just because they've been able to take the time to figure out what it is that they want to do. So it's a great program, and I actually went through it as a student and really loved my time in there. And I feel like I really came out with an idea of who I am, the things that I bring to a team, and where I want to go next. So the next piece to that, so I mentioned those advisors, the life coaches, the certified life coaches. So they do work with our exploratory students as their advisors, as their instructors in those classes, but they also are available as a free resource for any student, no matter the major or year. So I mentioned before that I was an exploratory student, and even after I declared a major toward the end of my freshman year, I stayed on with my life coach for all 4 years before graduating. And again, just got to take a deeper dive into not just my major, but at that point it was, okay, but how do I want to use it? What's my career path going forward? I talked about, relationships in my life and those kind of things. For those of you who aren't familiar with what coaching is, if you think about, so counseling kind of takes a look at and helps you process through the past to get to a healthier present. Coaching takes a look at what's going on right now. Where do you want to go? So it's much more future oriented, I would say. But you can see here on the screen, it's a free resource for our students, which is really incredible. And it's available to anyone, and the topics can be anything that you want to be talking about. So that's also a really great resource. All right, and so our exploratory program, the life coaching, they also partner with the career development office here. So it's kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's an office that's dedicated to helping our students gain the practical, tangible skills and knowledge that help to advance them in their career. So you get to learn important skills, about resumes, cover letters. They do mock interviews with students, things like LinkedIn, those professional networking tools. They do offer those. They offer free professional headshots. They have something called the Career Closet, which actually gives free professional dress clothing to students to take and then keep, using them in interviews for internships, job placements, that kind of thing, which is really helpful. And there's free membership to helpful job search tools. And again, those connecting pieces between you and employers. They also have a variety of really fun events that again are enjoyable and fun to participate in, but also really practical in terms of their helpfulness to you. So a variety of fairs, job fairs, internship fairs, graduate school fairs, My personal favorite was the Etiquette Dinner, which was a lot of fun. And so they bring in this 5-course meal, delicious food, and the etiquette expert walks you through each step of the course. So where to, put your napkin, which fork to use, all that kind of thing. So in general, we really care about helping you to figure out, who are you called to be? What are the steps that you need to take in order to get to the place where you feel that God is calling you to? And how can we walk alongside you and support you in that? So if you are interested in connecting with Indiana Wesleyan, we are hosting in-person visits right now. And so I'll have Ellery put in the chat a link where you can click and sign up. And then here's our contact information. If you want to reach out directly to us, we'd be more than happy to set up a virtual meeting with you if you're not able to make it to campus yet, so we can chat about the things that you're looking for in a college and whether or not Indiana Wesleyan could be a good fit. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. Next up, we have Holy Cross College. You're muted.
There we go. Everyone could see me, but no one could hear me. Okay, my name is Dulce Macias. I'm an admissions counselor here at Holy Cross College. We are located in Northern Indiana, Notre Dame, Indiana. Small liberal arts college founded on Catholic social teaching. And so let me get started with presenting a slideshow here. Also, my colleague Catherine Ficker is here, and she will be answering any questions in the Q&A. Let me see. Okay. All right. So right here at Holy Cross College, we have a core curriculum designed to form every student as a scholar, citizen, leader, and disciple. That is to help with our mission, which is to educate and form global citizens with the competence to see and the courage to act. So we really try our hardest to dedicate everything that we do, all the activities, all the classes, to really help you form yourself as a scholar, citizen, leader, and disciple. We apply these terms broadly and across different aspects of your education. You can think of them in terms of your position at school, within your community, and in our global network. So in a small academic environment with a typical class size of only 15 to 20 students, sometimes even 4 or 5, depending on your class, if you get more into your major, you will interact closely with your classmates and professors. You can get to know them really well, so your education is highly, highly personalized. So as you begin your core curriculum here, all Holy Cross students begin with the Common Good Practicum and Seminar. So as a seminar, you will learn by actively discussing important issues in the classroom and how you, with your personal skill sets and gifts, can help better the common good. And then in Practicum, you spend a couple hours each week directly serving the common good. You get to interact with the South Bend area to improve both your community and yourself. So some of our students decide to volunteer at an elderly home, at the Juvenile Justice Center here in South Bend, and various places. So it's a very rewarding experience for lots of our students, and you would take it your first year. Then another opportunity is the Global Perspectives and Immersions, which are part of our core curriculum. Students can expand their knowledge of their own place in the world by immersion in communities with different cultures, religions, and backgrounds. A couple of these are in visiting for a week or two and living alongside the Brothers of Holy Cross, who are the founders of Holy Cross College. Living alongside them in their communities in Uganda, Peru, Brazil, and really getting to know the community there, the traditions, the religion there, the culture there, and then coming back and then discussing that in class and reflecting on it. This global solidarity can also be found through participating in our study abroad programs. We have one in Ireland, London, Rome, and Poland. We offer 9 majors, the most popular of which is business and biology. 5 of our majors can be completed in 3 years on an accelerated track, so you can save time and money. We also offer 17 minors, as well as partnerships with graduate programs at Notre Dame and St. Mary's. So for example, you can get your master's in business, in management at Notre Dame. So take 3 years at Holy Cross College and then 1 year at Notre Dame. And then every graduating student, regardless of major, is required to complete a professional internship. So you have a head start going into the professional world with actual experience. So that's the best way to get to know if you really like what you're doing. And we have two staff members dedicated solely for that, to help connect students with internships, either here in South Bend or wherever they plan to go. We also offer specific resources for first-generation college students who make up almost a quarter of our incoming class. So all of our students can be successful at Holy Cross and beyond, regardless if they have family or not that have attended college. And sorry, that's my dog. Every graduating student also prepares a senior capstone project to present in front of their peers and faculty. You would reflect on your experience through Holy Cross College, before Holy Cross College, and how you have developed into the best version of yourself. Holy Cross College is really a Catholic college for the modern world, distinctly Catholic but open to all. All students, regardless of their religious background, are welcome at Holy Cross College, and about 3/4 of our current students identify as Catholic. Through campus ministry, we offer daily and weekend masses. They're accessible, but they are not required. Some of the most popular programming includes theology on tap, Unica Retreats, and pilgrimages to notable sites with the Congregation of Holy Cross. So I graduated from the University of Notre Dame, and as a Notre Dame student, I was able to go to the Montreal pilgrimage with students from Holy Cross and St. Mary's. And it was a wonderful experience. I actually went again with my family after I graduated. That's how impactful it was. And then Holy Cross is a residential college with most of our students living on campus in the 6 dorms. So students are required to live on campus their first 2 years, but they may stay for all 4 years. There are exceptions to this requirement for local students who can commute and can save money by living at home. Our dining hall is housed in the same building as a couple of the residence halls, as well as a chapel. So everything's accessible. You can get anywhere within 5 minutes or 10. Students can go from daily mass to the study lounge to the dining hall, all within the same building, which contributes to the tight-knit community that we have here among our 500 students. And then last thing I wanted to share is the biggest benefit is the tri-campus community. So you get to attend a small college, but also participate in activities at the University of Notre Dame and St. Mary's College. So some of the most popular are the Notre Dame football games, the marching band, and the Observer, this Notre Dame student newspaper. So that's a little bit about Holy Cross College. I will be putting my contact information in the chat box. Really hope you get to learn about us or visit. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We are going to do a question in the same order that the presenters presented. And the question is going to be, what advice, I'm going to put it on the screen so you can see it. All right. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? If you could answer in a minute or less, starting with Grace College, and you could all turn on your cameras.
My advice that I would give for a student in the college search process is definitely to visit as many schools as you can. That really helped me personally in my college search process, and I didn't even know some schools existed until I heard from friends that visited or things like that. So I really encourage students to go out, visit those campuses, and truly when you get on the campus, you can kind of feel what the campus culture is like, the community. So that's what I recommend.
I love that. I always say that too, but one that I always say, I was a big procrastinator. So my biggest advice is apply early and apply often for scholarships, the schools you're looking at, and just get that started as fast as you can. and also don't stress, because I stressed way too much, and like the Lord just provides. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, those are really great. I would say in addition to that, if you have somebody you know who went to that college, really ask them what their experience was like at that college. If you don't know anyone who went to that college you're interested in, reach out to your admissions rep and they'll most likely link you up with a current student or an alumni who they know would be a really great resource for you.
Stay organized. If you can, create a separate email for all of the emails that all of us are going to send to you, all 6 of us. We are all going to send you hundreds of emails. And if you apply to more schools, I believe like Adriana recommended, you're going to get thousands of emails. So stay organized with, where you're at in the process. If you're applying for multiple scholarships, have a spreadsheet ready, know what they're asking of you when you send it, but stay organized.
That's good. I would also add before maybe even going on visits, depending on where you are in your college search, I would say create a list of your top values in a school. What are those top 3 things maybe that are super important? Because you're going to know going into a visit, if this school doesn't have number 1, well, then it's not going to be a good fit for you. So definitely think before even visiting and doing a lot of research, think through your list of what are the top things I'm really looking for, what are my needs and what are my wants. And I think that would be really helpful going forward.
Yeah, these are all great tips. I would add that since a lot of our schools are going test optional, so Holy Cross is test optional for the next year as well, really make sure to have your paper revised or reviewed by someone that you know. So your parents, your older cousins, older siblings, anyone really to have a fresh set of eyes look it over, since that is a very important part of all of your applications.
We do have time for one more question, and I really like this question because it kind of gives us an inside look to what's special about your institution. So what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? And we'll do the same order starting with Grace College.
This is a tough one, and I'm sure every college can agree with me. But my favorite, I would say, is an event that we call the Joust. So basically, it's like campus-wide Olympics. So campus is split up into 4 different teams, and the whole week we participate in a bunch of random different things. And then the end of the week, we have a grand winner. So that is a ton of fun because you are on a team with people that you don't necessarily live with on the same hall. You're really getting to know a lot of different people and competing in really fun events.
I love it. We also have that very similar. So I kind of stole it, but I'll go for another one. So we have something called the Hoedown, and it's our first event we have throughout the year. So I remember going as like a really nervous freshman, but it's just everyone gets back on campus and everyone goes out and there's like lights on the quad and you guys talk, and it's basically a country party. So we bring in a professional line dancer and they have a line dancing competition, and I was always the first out. And then we also have like a mechanical bull and a bunch of just like Western themes. And so it's kind of where you make like a lot of your first friend groups and where you connect with your friends when you get back from the summer. So that one is one of my favorites.
We have a really great event on campus called Dance Marathon, which is actually a dance competition fundraiser. So you dance for 24 hours, you sign up in groups, and the money that's raised goes towards Miracle Children, which are the children at the DeVos Children's Hospital in Grand Rapids. And those are children who have fought autoimmune disease, cancer, and we support them all throughout the year, but then we really hype them up for this one 24-hour event. Everyone gets really excited. It's really tiring, but goes towards a good cause. And so that's probably my favorite.
I'm gonna loop back around to something I mentioned in the presentation, coffee house. We have an entire department dedicated to making sure students have a lot of extracurricular activity opportunities. And coffee house, I've been in a couple, but all of our students, well, in a non-COVID world, would get into the Vine Center, which holds about 10,000 people, and it would be packed out. So students are doing their favorite Christmas, or depending on the theme, like I think this year they're doing late night coffee house. So it's like your favorite stuff from The Late Late Show or SNL, things like that. So that's personally my favorite event that they keep bringing back.
I would say mine from when I was a student is called Spotted Cow. It's a music festival that happens each spring semester right before finals. And so it's a really nice time when the weather's warming up, everyone's outside. They bring in bands, student bands on campus, some bands from around the area, sometimes traveling ones regionally, which is kind of cool. And they have, vendors, and students are selling. A lot of art students will sell like ceramics or projects that they've been working on. There are plants for sale. And of course, there's a cow on campus, which is always really exciting for me. So that would be my favorite.
For me, there'd be a couple. So the Unica Retreat, which happens every semester. It's an off-campus spiritual retreat for all students. All students are welcome, and it's a rich opportunity to grow in faith, friendship, and fellowship. And as well, the Montreal pilgrimage, where you go to St. Joseph's Oratory in Montreal, Canada. Really great experience. It's a really long bus ride, but pilgrimages aren't supposed to be comfortable. So yeah, those are mine.
All right, awesome. Well, great presentations, panelists, and best of luck to the students that are in their college search process. Students, as you are exiting out of this webinar, you are going to be asked a very quick survey. It's just 4 questions. This is the last day for this particular college fair. There is going to be a recording of this available at strivescan.com/Indiana. Everyone have a fantastic night, and thank you so much.